Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone is doing well today, and welcome back to another Bleach Immortal Souls video. It's been a while since I've done a facecam video. It's been actually quite a while, actually. So I went ahead and decided to do one today. So in this video, we will be going over the new summons that we got, which is going to be the Toshiro slash Okiyora banner right here. It basically has most of the characters, and it also has their weapon. So it's pretty much like a normal weapon banner, except it obviously has two characters, and it does actually work in a little different than the normal weapon banner. So before I go ahead and jump into the banner and go over all the details and give you guys my opinion on it, I'd like to go ahead and just take a look at the awakened weapon abilities for both of these characters, Toshiro and Okiyora. So let's go ahead and start off with Bankai Toshiro. So his normal weapon right here deals damage to all enemies, reduces target crit chance by 15%, and grants a 20% chance of inflicting freeze on the target for 1 round. So it's decent. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's definitely decent. A 15% chance to reduce crit is really good, especially if you're going first. And I guess where it starts to get a little off is that it's only a 20% chance to inflict freeze. Now, he is attacking all of them, so it's only fair that they don't give him a very high chance, but I still think they could have definitely did like 25% or 30%. But either way, it's a pretty decent weapon. I wouldn't call it bad, but it's definitely not great as well in my opinion. Just because, it reduces crit chance by 15% and he is an Azure Dragon character, so he can instantly rage attack. And it does 144% with plus 600. Now, his awakened weapon right here deals damage to all enemies, reduces crit chance by 20%, and critical hit damage by 20% as well, and grants a 25% chance of inflicting freeze. So, it's definitely a big difference. Now, he does get also a 20% damage boost. Usually, it's actually more, I feel like. So, 20 seems a little too low for a weapon awakening because most of the time I actually see it being 30% instead of 20. But either way, that's still pretty good. Now, he does reduce 20% crit chance, which is 5% more than the normal, and he also reduces critical hit damage by 20%, which is obviously really, really good, and a 25% chance of inflicting freeze. Now, a really, really good awakened weapon in my opinion, but at the same time, you always got to take into consideration whether Toshiro is somebody you're going to keep for a very long time, because it is quite expensive to get one of their weapons. So it's always good to keep in mind whether, your Okiyora or your Bankai Toshiro are going to be on your team for a very long time, especially for free to play because it will cost you quite a bit to actually get them. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Okiyora right over here. Now his normal weapon deals damage to a column of enemies, restores 20% of the missing HP, and inflicts burning, lasting 2 rounds on the target, and deals an extra 3% damage to the target for each stack of DOT effect. And it does 221% damage. Now it's really high because he only attacks a column of enemies, while Toshiro attacks all enemies. That's why there's a really big percentage differences. Now his awakened weapon deals damage to a column of enemies, restores 28% of the missing HP, inflicts burning lasting 2 rounds on the target, and deals an extra 3% damage to the target for each stack of DOT, and restores 3% of the missing HP. Front row allies damage reduction rate increases by 15% for 1 round. Holy crap, his awakened weapon has so much more to offer compared to Toshiro. Especially that last line we read here. Damage reduction increases by 15% for the front row allies. Holy crap, his awakened weapon in my opinion is absolutely amazing. And see, like I said, he actually gets a 35% damage increase instead of 20%. So yeah, his awakened weapon is amazing, and one of the biggest reasons is Black Tortoise is quite a good attribute, and if you're running Black Tortoise in the front row, he gives them a 15% damage reduction rate, which is really, really good for Black Tortoise characters, obviously. And it doesn't just have to be Black Tortoise characters, any front row ally who's tanking for you gets a 15% damage reduction, which is amazing because they're obviously tanking for you. So just because of that alone, his awakened weapon makes it so much more worth it. Now here is the thing where it starts to get hard, in my opinion. It's just like I said earlier. Do you want to use Toshiro and Okiyora permanently on your team? Not necessarily permanently, but for a very long time on your team. This is a hard question. Now Toshiro, in my opinion, I don't personally, I don't see him being used for a very long time, just because, in my opinion, there's better choices. And most of the time, you don't need Azure characters, unless you're a whale. Maybe if you're a whale, Toshiro is actually a really good choice for you. If you're somebody who's running initiative and you'd like to attack first, Toshiro is going to be absolutely amazing. But for a free-to-play player, I'm 99% sure most of you guys don't use him on your main team. If you use him, it's totally fine if you're making it work. In my opinion, it's just I'd rather invest into other characters than Bankai Toshiro, which is why I would personally not get his weapon. But like I said, if you're using him and you're positive you're going to keep him for a while, then go ahead and get his weapon. It's going to be worth it. Now for Okiyora, obviously the number one reason people probably don't use him is because he's a Vermilion bird. Now, I know a person in my server running Hiyori and Okiyora on the same team, and it works really well. And I do know that person will probably keep Okiyora for a long time. So for them, it's definitely worth getting the weapon. But for you are you sure you're going to keep Okiyora for a long time? Because that's all that really matters. Because getting weapons, I believe it costs about 15,000 jades, which is obviously quite a lot. But like I said, if you're somebody who uses Okiyora and you know you will keep him for a while, I'd 100% go for his weapon. That's just my opinion. He's absolutely amazing, especially if the other two front row characters you're running with him are like tanks. They're just going to be absolutely broken with that 15% damage reduction. So really good. So that's my opinion on Okiyora and Toshiro right now. Now let's go ahead and go over the main part of the video, I guess, and it's going to be the summons right here. So right over here, let's see what we got. Weapon shard choice pack. So just the normal stuff right here. You get some shards over here, and then let's go ahead and go over the characters in it. Now take a look. This is obviously very different. This is the first time we see something like this. As you guys can see, all the old characters and the new characters as well are in it. Now, this could be a good and a bad thing, obviously. A good thing is if you're missing some of them, you have a chance at getting it. The bad thing is it's way too much character, so your chances of actually getting somebody you want is very low. But for me, it doesn't matter because with weapon banners, it's only a 1% chance to get an SSR character anyways. So, it's not like you're gonna pull one anyways. But yeah, now if you guys take a look here, it's different than the usual weapon banner. There's a UR character choice pack, a UR shard choice pack, and a weapon shard choice pack. Now you do have a 0.1% of getting a UR character pack. What this is basically, if you get super lucky and you beat that 0.1% chance, you're gonna get a pack where you can either choose Okiyora or Toshiro. If you don't have them, they start off at 3-star, and if you do have them, you get 50 shards, I believe. Now 4% to get an SR character, and then a 20% to get a UR shard choice pack, which is this right here. It's kind of like the character pack, but with shards instead. You get a pack, you open it, you get to either choose Okiyora or Toshiro shards. And all of these percentages here are just like any other weapon banner. Now if you guys look right here, summon 10 eggs guarantees for UR shard choice pack or weapon shard choice pack. So every 2 10x's you do right here, you're gonna get a a weapon choice pack, and then after I believe 150 summons, you're gonna have enough to get the weapon, which is gonna, after the rebate, is going to run you about 15,000 soul jades. And you also get character choices, and I believe each one gives you just 1 shard. So if you get 3 chests, then you get 3 shards for each character. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as like I said, the normal summons. It's just the only difference really is you get to choose which character you want instead of the only one character in the banner. Now, in my opinion, I definitely like this system because it obviously will allow the game to release stuff faster. Because, like, if they release only one of them, then we'd probably have to wait, like, another 2 to 4 weeks to get the other one. So I do like how they're doing, like, the 2-in-1. So they kind of make the stuff go faster. But I know at the same time, for some people, it's bad because it doesn't give them time to save soul jades. At the end of the day, it's all opinion. But yeah, this is, pretty much it for this video. I gave you guys my opinion. In my opinion, I'd honestly fully skip it if you're free to play. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're most likely not using Bankai Toshiro. And if you are using Okiyora, you're just going to want to take a look at, is he really going to pay off? That 15,000 soul jades that you worked hard for, are you sure you will make good use of it, if you get his weapon? Yeah, and I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. Anyways, I will be uploading another video shortly after this. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do another 100 summons to go ahead and get Shinji so I can make a review on him. The only reason I'm doing it right now is because there's a Soul Jade rebate. But hey guys, anyways, as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you watch my content, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. And if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, then always leave it in the comment section. Anyways guys, thank you very much for watching and hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.